Good evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Ashley McDowell. Here's a look at our top stories. Austerity measures are furthered once again for PSS employees. Also tonight, a male is sentenced for an auto collision that killed a pedestrian. And managers of stores on Saipan speak out on the effects panic shoppers have. In sports, in a clash of the unbeatens, one team had to go down. Stay with us, these stories and more are next.
My family is on whole home Wi-Fi powered by Plume. Since we installed the Docomo whole home Wi-Fi, what did you guys notice about it?
When you pull up the driveway, it automatically connects, and I don't have to get out of my car right away and come upstairs to go on my phone.
My favorite thing is that it doesn't buffer when I'm watching YouTube.
My favorite thing is that when Addie calls now, there's no lag. Like before it used to be where I couldn't see her sometimes and I have to hang up and then call her back, and now I don't have to do that.
You know what's a good thing too is that when you come over to visit, I could give you your own password. I can assign a time limit so that I can say that you can only be on it for 1 hour. So that means you won't get in trouble from your mom.
And then you can go home.
The thing that I love the most is that I can freeze the internet for periods of time so that we can enjoy dinner time like this. Why are you rolling your eyes? So I'll turn it back on after dinner. Whole home Wi-Fi powered by Plume. Docomo Pacific, better together.
Watch the Visitors Channel online, on time, anytime at saipantv.com. Where to go, what to see, what to do, restaurants, spas, activities, and culture, it's all in one place in high definition on your mobile device. saipantv.com. Check it out.
Hafa Day Tirawami and good evening, Commonwealth. Today is Wednesday, March 4th, 2020. Extended austerity measures for public school system employees are approved by the State Board of Education. Our Silimus was there at the meeting this morning with the details.
Andrew L. Orsi?
Yes.
Herman M. Atterley?
Yes.
Philip Mignola Long?
Yes.
Mary Louise Adda? Yes. And Janice A. Tenori? Yes.
With all 5 board members voting yes, the public school system will operate 4 days a week starting April 1st of this year. The austerity measure proposed is a reduction of work hours as opposed to a cut in salary. Employees will maintain their hourly rates and would be paid 64 hours instead of 80 hours. And to be fair, teachers who furthered their degree will finally get the adjustments on their paycheck.
200 plus individuals have taken their certification and licensure certification for a higher level. And that was on hold since, I believe, middle part of January 2019 due to the budget, right, the cut. And we held that. So what we're going to do now is give them that cut, give them that adjustment, because it will increase their salary, and then that's when they'll cut.
With the approval of the board to implement the austerity days, no additional minutes would be added. The proposed austerity hours will save PSS more than $3 million in their current budget.
And what we're proposing is to do another cut of 20 hours, 16 hours, which translates really to 20% of the 34. But since we're only cutting for the remaining 6 period, half of that will be 3 million, bringing our proposed austerity at 31 million. This is where we want to go now. This is the number that we're working on to stabilize.
Teachers and principals expressed their feelings about the cuts.
It's disappointing. I hope the injunction is filed post haste. I hope the courts rule in favor of the public school system, and I hope that the Constitution is upheld, and that Article 15, which states that we should be getting 25% of general revenue, is upheld as soon as possible, and that this is the last cut, and that hopefully this cut is as short-lived as possible.
There will be another board meeting on March 11th at the Marianas High School cafeteria. The two focuses on the meeting will be the injunction and the Commissioner of Education. Reporting for KSPN, I'm Sally Lemis.
A male is sentenced to 10 years for hitting and killing a Chinese male while under the influence of alcohol. David Capileo is sentenced to 10 years with credit for the 646 days already served and must pay $16,521 in restitution to the victim's family. Back in January 2019, Capileo pled guilty to count 1 of homicide by vehicle and count 2 of reckless driving. Count 2 was dismissed. The pedestrian auto collision happened on April 1st, 2018 at the intersection of Chalampali Arnold near Saipan Ice and Water Company, where Capileo was driving under the influence of alcohol, driving recklessly, and speeding. The victim sustained severe injuries and was later pronounced dead at CHCC. Also in court, a male has changed his plea to guilty to child abuse. 29-year-old Peter Aldon inappropriately touched a 7-year-old minor that inflicted mental distress. According to court documents on Friday, January 4th, 2019, police responded to a complaint by the mother of the victim, who said a household member, Peter Aldon, had inappropriately touched her then 6-year-old daughter. Documents state the mother immediately called the Department of Public Safety and sat with all 4 of her kids in the car until the police arrived. Aldon was originally charged with count 1 of sexual abuse of a minor, but with a change of plea, that charge was deleted and replaced with a single count of child abuse. Aldon is sentenced to 5 years, all suspended, except for the 77 days of time served. 3 separate suspects have been arrested connected to 4 auto theft cases on Saipan. According to the Department of Public Safety, the first case involved the theft of a 2016 Toyota Tacoma in Garapan that occurred on February 29, 2020. The victim stated an unknown individual drove off with the vehicle as the gate was left open and the vehicle was unlocked with the keys inside. Police received a report while interviewing the victim that a car with the same description had hit another car and ran into a residential structure in Upper Miha housing. When officers found the vehicle, no one was in it, but an item was left to identify the suspect, which turned out to be a juvenile. Officers located the juvenile, who was under the influence of alcohol. The suspect was arrested and booked at the Department of Corrections. The second case occurred back in December of 2019, where a 2017 red Mazda 3 was reported missing. The victim stated the keys were left in the ignition. The next morning, police located the vehicle parked at an apartment complex in Garapan, but no key was found. 2 days later, the same vehicle was reported missing again. The vehicle was located the same day in a ditch in the village of Gualarai. And the third case was reported on December 13, 2019, where a 2012 Ford bus was missing up on Navy Hill. Once again, the keys were left inside the vehicle. The same day, officers spotted the van on Navy Hill, where they attempted to follow the van, but by the time they reached it, the van was parked near GCA with no occupant inside. And the fourth case was reported on December 14, 2019, where a security officer of a hotel in Garapan called officers for the theft of a golf cart. Officers later located the golf cart in Garapan, where 2 individuals were fleeing toward a wooded area. With the help of a K-9 unit, officers found the 2 suspects and they were booked and detained at DOC. After a thorough investigation, an arrest warrant was sent out for 3 individuals on charges of theft of a vehicle, conspiracy, theft, burglary, and criminal mischief. Each individual has bail set at $10,000. The outbreak of the coronavirus has many in fear. And although there is no cases of the coronavirus in the Sinamai, some customers are stocking up on supplies in panic. KSPN goes to a few stores on Saipan to see what they are saying. We were just wondering if you guys have a lot of people coming in and stocking up on supplies because of the.
There are some, but not much.
Not much. A lot of.
Yesterday, I heard yesterday there was a lot.
Yeah, Friday, Saturday.
And what kind of supplies are they stocking up on?
The canned food, soba, the noodles. And the tissues. Butane. Yeah, we're out of butane.
Oh yeah, and the butane. What about rice and stuff too?
Yeah.
Are you guys expecting shipments to slow down?
We don't know yet.
Are you guys limiting how much people can buy of things, or can they buy as much as they want?
Yeah, we can buy as much
as they want.
We don't limit anything.
Do you guys have a lot of people coming in to panic buy, or have you guys?
Yeah, a lot of people. Even though that usually it's like rice and butane and those things.
And are you guys restricting how much they can buy, or can they buy as much as they want?
No, as much as they want, because they didn't even tell us to. So whatever we stock we have,
they can take.
What they can take.
And do you guys plan on the shipments of things slowing down?
No, as long as whatever merchandisers, whatever they can give us, that's the amount we can still take. We don't have any restrictions on it.
And when was the panic buy really the most? Was it over the weekend or yesterday, or?
Like a few weeks ago. Maybe by the end of the month of February.
While some stores say they are not out of supplies yet, they say shipments for supplies have not arrived in quite some time, and people are stocking up on the necessities.
They buy plenty rice, gas, butane gas.
So rice and butane gas.
Some buy alcoholic, 70%.
Or the rubbing alcohol?
Yeah, they said that plenty store no more 70%. We are inside of here. If Kalabang area no more like this alcoholic. Long time ASEAN the container not yet coming. Still waiting.
Are you guys limiting people how much they can buy here?
No, not yet limited. Not really plenty people buying. Just sell what we have. You want to buy everything. Same price, never raise up.
And although the Sinamai Divisions of Customs Service has assured people within the Sinamai that shipments remain steady, some stores disagree.
More than 1 month already. Ever since China Corona, people not yet stop from China. Tourists here, Chinese buy one box bring to China. Every store only stock 1 box mask, maximum bigger store only 2 box. We usually only 1 box stop. People sometimes buy 1 piece, 2 piece for bush cutter or cleaning. That time. Since the time sold out, no more.
Since the coronavirus outbreak, there's been no more
mask.
No more
already.
masks.
Even late now. Since the time after until now, almost more than 1 month.
We can't get any more, even from Korea. I try to contact to Thailand right now. It's really hard. Even in Thailand, all the store they put a sign. Also, my friend said limit. How many one is it's hard.
Do you guys know when your next shipment might come, or is it still delayed?
I think from China, no. I don't think they will come. Yeah, it's no any notice. It's when it will come. A loss of item.
And due to that, some stores are limiting the amount of supplies they sell, specifically masks and hand sanitizer.
We put the sign to limit, like if face mask, like a 10 pieces, 1 pack per person. Per person. Then we got a complaint also. Okay, I have kids, blah blah blah. They said if they have 5, we also provide. For you have 5 kids, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pack, each one. But the point is we want to provide for local only, in case something happen, a local will have enough supply.
Coming up, as we celebrate Women's Month, we also celebrate our little girls who are taking a head start in being involved in the community. Stay tuned.
Mom, are you sure? What about the shutters? And do you have your medicine?
Don't worry about us, love, okay? You take good care of yourself. I'm in love. Yeah, sorry. The power went out, so I had to light up all the candles. Yeah. Yes, baby, yeah. I'm just glad our home phone's working and we're able to contact you.
Welcome back to the Channel 2 News. March has been proclaimed as Sinamai Girl Scout Month, a time for the Sinamai's young daughters to showcase what they've learned.
March 12th is the 108th anniversary of the founding of the Girl Scouts of the United States of America, and the Sinamai recognizes this special organization and all they've done for the youth.
The Girl Scout is a vital organization for girls who are growing up, enabling them to develop self-esteem and leadership skills, and providing an atmosphere of warm and true friendship.
The Sinamai Girl Scouts continuously gets the children involved in community activities because they believe in building girls of courage, confidence, and character.
The Girl Scouts program has been a channel for girls of all ages to make an important contribution to their communities, including here in the Commonwealth of the Northern Marianas Island.
One of their biggest events, which is the Girl Scout cookie season, was a success. The girls managed to sell about 3,000 boxes throughout the month of February. The community is encouraged to continue empowering our young daughters to become strong, independent women ready to lead our Commonwealth in the future. I'm Sally Lemis for KSPN News.
There have been no confirmed cases of the coronavirus on the island of Guam, but one individual states he feels he may have it. KUAM has this story.
Today, Tautau Sinamai, here's what's making news on Guam. Preparations continue on all fronts to stay ahead of the spread of COVID-19 on Guam. And although there are no confirmed cases, at least one island resident we spoke with believes the coronavirus could already be here, and we wouldn't even know it.
He hasn't been off island, but Alan Tahadzi felt so sick 2 weeks ago that for the very first time he decided to drive from Maritzo to the Guam Memorial Hospital to find out what was wrong. He was experiencing shortness of breath and a fever at the time.
They China or if I've been to or have I traveled, and I'm like no, so they're like okay then they already like minus the coronavirus because I didn't travel. But they never tested me for it. Because when I asked them about it, they're like, they don't even have the kit. And the attitude I got was like, they don't care. Like, so what if I have coronavirus? They told me I have like bronchitis, asthma, and pneumonia. And they're like, after an hour, on the IV, release me.
He says they prescribed him some medication and sent him home. Tahadzi says he may not have traveled to any of the areas that have confirmed COVID cases, but he had been around tourists from some of those locations. It's been 2 weeks and he still feels sick, and with recent national headlines, he says he's worried.
Like I don't have to travel to get it. The first person in the U.S. never even traveled, and they're dead. There's 2 people in the U.S. dead, and they don't even travel. All the things I'm discovering, I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with me.
And you're still feeling sick?
I still have shortness of breath. I still throw up every night, every hour. I'm still congested. I'm still under the pills they give me.
The government continues to maintain there are 0 cases of confirmed or suspected cases of COVID-19 on Guam. Governor Lulian Guerrero, who spoke with KUAM today, says preparations continue. She confirmed she participated with a teleconference with Vice President Pence, which included governors from states and territories.
He was very impressed with the work and the preparation and the prevention measures that are being done in the various states.
The governor says, like other states and territories, she will be requesting for federal financial assistance to combat COVID. She reiterated the best way to stay ahead of the spread is to practice good hygiene, like washing your hands, and also announced plans for possible isolation and quarantine facilities.
So we're looking at the GMH, and Public Health is looking at, and Homeland Security is looking at the SNF unit in Barrigada, where we can maybe transfer most of our SNF patients out of there to either GRMC, we're going to be talking to them, and then use that facility for more isolation cases if we need to. We are looking at maybe UOG also, the field house, for quarantine, but again, the best place for quarantine is self-quarantine. If we have to do mass, then we are going to be looking at those facilities.
Additionally, the governor says test kits are expected to arrive any day now. Unfortunately for residents like Tahazi, they can't come soon enough.
This virus could be here on the island, and no one will know until it's too late. People start dying, and we don't even have the test kit here.
Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Sabrina Salas, Matsunani.
Stay connected by way of our KUAM mobile news app. Follow us on any of the social media platforms and sign up for our weekly email newsletter, KUAM Digital Digest on KUAM.com. The Guam's News Network, Guahusi Chris Barnett.
Stay tuned after the news tonight for our special segment of Vintage News. This one takes us back to April 14th, 1993. One fisherman didn't make it back to shore after going out to the waters with two companions. The DPS rescue team immediately began a search for the Palawan fisherman, but it was called off by nightfall. And the continuation of a hearing between the Saipan delegation and the zoning board was called off due to the lack of members being present.
Thank you, Ashley. All right, coming up in the KSPN2 Sports Report, two big high schools come together and hold court. Basketball court, that is, next.
Jose and Pedro were born on the very same day. Jose liked to play sports. Pedro liked to play video games. Jose's favorite word was pass. Pass me the ball. Pedro's favorite word was pass too. Pass me the rice. Jose is retired and has both time and energy. His life is just beginning. Pedro has diabetes, hypertension, and gout. His life could soon end. Eat less, play more, live longer. Brought to you by PHI, the pharmacy you can trust.
Buenas sports fans. Buenas sports fans, it was a battle of the unbeatens, surprising Cagman High School JVs, sporting a 9-0 mark, and then they marched into the MHS gym to face the 8-0 Mount Carmel Knights, and somebody had to go down.
It was time to get excited. Darren Pangolina, and for the KHS JVs, the soft jumper, it's his specialty. Give him a hand, thank you. Nice to have that support behind you. Anthony Lahara trapped in the corner by a double team. He sees Jeremiah Diaz cutting to the hoop. That's called a swoop-a-hoop. You knew that, right? All right, the Knights were up 37-19. Avon Evangelista rips down the rebound. He goes coast to coast fighting off defenders. His shot is short, but Anthony's there to follow up. Jeremiah Diaz, he's quick as a wink. You know, he can score in a blink.
More future stars, Dylan Cruz for the JVs. Off balance, or should we say new balance? Not enough, but Caghman High School's future's bright with this JV squad. MCS takes over sole possession of first place with a 41-23, no doubt about it, victory. The other heavyweight battle yesterday was Marianas High School versus Saipan Southern High School, a rough and tumble tangling. The Manta Rays kicked the ball out for Derek Atterlig. B3, bingo. Hey, let's play hot potato. Who wants it? Clarence Gutierrez for Saipan Southern. That's who. Gabriel Sacramento strips Derek, and he gets rewarded for it at the other end. Yeah, you can say he cashed in. Oldie Rolagat. He gets the hometown bounce to go down his way. Marianas High School on the fast break. And it's a cash-in, Dave Sacramento to Christian Bravo. Bravo indeed. Clarence, inside job. He's got the power game going. Irvin, the drive, the determination to succeed. Plus, he got fouled, so he turned it into a three-point bonanza. Daryl Soriano, that fall-away falls true. MHS taking their sweet time getting back, so Irvin says, hey, somebody stop me, just try it. You can't. Here's a pretty play. Oldie ahead to Gabriel, the touch pass to Brian Bernardo, cutting in for the bucket. Well, that basket for Saipan Southern was courtesy of Greg De Leon Guerrero. Saipan Southern frustrated. They suffer a tough loss, 30-26 to MHS varsity.
Here's the windup and the pitch.
I don't believe what I just saw!
Get your game and gear at Gold's Gym Saipan. Group exercise is a great way to get fit and then stay fit. For something high tempo, go for a ride with one of our instructors in our new spin room. Let's roll. Pilates improves flexibility, builds strength, and develops control and endurance in the whole human body. It also improves coordination and balance. And the Shake Cafe is a great place to stop by for a meal replacement or supplement. See you at Gold's Gym.
Traveling or laying over on Guam? Don't wait around. Zip into Guam Adventures Zipline Park inside the Hilton Resort and Spa. Guides will take you through a series of zips, starting with a mountain course and then zip over the ocean with spectacular views of Tumon Bay. 6 zip lines in all deliver a thrilling experience, and it's family friendly, so bring the kids ages 6 and up. You'll love the security of double lines and a new braking system to make riding smoother. The towers are named after the islands in the Marianas. We call it the Island Hopper. Your guides will teach you what you need to know to soar through the jungle with a bird's eye view. Best of all, for residents of Saipan, Tinian, and Rota, you can book this experience at 20% savings. Log on to GuamAdventures.com and during checkout, use offer code HAFA20. Book it and zip it today. We'll even pick you up. Today's high was 87, the low 79, so spring is here. It's getting warmer. Humidity 63%. Tomorrow, partly cloudy. A slight chance of showers. Probably won't rain. East winds 10 to 20, high 87, low 77, seas 7 to 8 feet. Sunrise 6:31, sunset at 6:25.
Thank you. And I have noticed that the temperatures have been a little
just a big difference between 74 and 78 as the low. Big difference between 84 is the high and 87 the high. So just we're so used to it. 3 to 4 degrees makes a big difference for us.
Absolutely.
In the States, they go, oh, it's the same. But no, here, I can feel it.
I can definitely feel it. It's a lot hotter, especially during the day when that sun is blaring down.
Yeah, warm today.
It is for sure. All right, well, thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your night. Tune in tomorrow night at 6.
Good night.